that started a little quick. All of a sudden on me. I didn't even push the button. I wonder what maybe I touched the button on my, yeah, I might have touched this little button on the remote here on my tripod. Anyways, good morning everyone. This is Meg. Meg's Little House in the Country, and we have a beautiful, beautiful day out here. The first thing we're going to do before we get started on any yard work, though, is I got to get my little hydroponics system, my little DRYADES hydroponics system cleaned out. So, but I just wanted to come out, show you the beautiful sunshine. And what a beautiful day we're going to do. I'm going to get that cleaned out real quick, and then we'll be right back out here because it's supposed to get really hot. Earlier they predicted 90-degree temperatures. Now they're saying 87 or 88. It's going to be warm, and I got a lot of mowing to do, and I want to get the mowing done this morning before it gets too warm. Once it gets really hot, oh boy, it becomes really a chore. I've got to take my string trimmer and see how much string trimming I can get done around the back fence and around the garage and the little wooden shed out there. And then we'll drag out the mower and we will start in the front yard and head towards the backyard and see how much mowing we can get done today. Anyways, no, I'm not wearing the microphone at the moment. I'm just out here to do my intro. And then we are going to go back into the house and clean out that little DRYADES hydroponic system. And hopefully we'll be back out here in pretty short order. I'm going to use my cleaning vinegar, so it shouldn't take too long, because that cleaning strength vinegar is very concentrated and it cuts through lime and calcium deposits very easily. So I will see you all back out here in a little bit. Right now we are taking apart the little pump. Got myself an old toothbrush and I'm going to attempt to clean all these roots out of the pump. We'll see if we can do this, because I'm not sure how much this is going to affect how well the pump works. And I'm pretty sure with this brand I could probably check. I have to go online and see if you can buy replacement pumps. But yeah. And then we're going to get this all cleaned out. And hopefully we'll get it all done within the next few minutes, because it's going to get toasty warm today, and I wanted to get an early start on the lawn mowing since we got a lot of mowing to do. I've got Lily down there helping me. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be back in a minute. Let's see what we can get cleaned here. Alright, here we go. I think I got this as clean as I can get it. It had a lot of stuff way down inside. There's a sponge inside. I don't think you can actually see it on the camera, but there's a little black sponge in there, and it was really dirty. But I think I got this thing as clean as I can get it. Now we got to get this clean, and then I'm going to put it all back together, put some water in there, and test the pump out, because I want to make sure the pump is working well. So we got to do that. But yeah, this was pretty dirty and it needed a good cleaning. Now let's see if we can get this clean. Alright, we got it all put back together. The pump's put back together and back in there. I just need to go get the light bar, that's the light that sticks in here, get everything plugged in, and we will put some water in here and test it out and make sure that pump is working. I only need to put enough water in here to cover the pump. Yeah, well, we're gonna do a little test run, make sure the water is working, the pump is working and circulating the water the way it should be. I got some water in here. I'm gonna turn it on, and I'm gonna wait and see if the pump comes on. Oh yeah, I see the water is circulating. The pump is on. Everything's good to go. All right, all I need to do is get some more plants in here. I can actually go and buy plants too to put in here. First, I think I better scrub off that tray. Oh boy, that's dirty too. So until then, I will actually turn this all off till I can get plants in. But yep, we got it cleaned. It's working. It's ready to go for a whole new crop of plants. Okay, this is all put together now. It is cleaned up. Even cleaned that top. Got all the correct tabs. Now, I didn't realize I had a gray tab, and the gray one actually goes in there. So, got my water. I actually added nutrients because I'm gonna try to do the where you put in starts. You go buy starts at a nursery and you wash off the roots, and then you just plop them in the little baskets. The baskets, which also need to be cleaned, and take the sponges out, and then you plop them in the baskets. Just tuck their little roots down in the basket and plop them in. And I've seen that work, so I'm going to try that. But we're going to take a look at the pumpkins, and then we're going outside to start mowing. I've already got my water and my hat out there, but look at this. And not only that, I still have seeds. You remember I planted these seeds 2 weeks ago. Pretty much most of them are all started, but got another seed here this one's sprouted. The white show winner they're starting to sprout. I still have baby pumpkins coming up. There's another seed that's starting to come up, and it's just when I think everybody's that's going to start, there's another one coming up. The autumn blues are just now starting to erupt, but some of these are really ready to go out into the ground. I've got these ones have their first leaves already. They're ready to go out. I've got, they're true leaves. These are the true leaves here. These are their first leaves that they sprout with, but these are the true leaves. Now, I've got some that are ready to go out, but the seeds that are in there, they're still like this one. It's ready to go out, but it's got a little tiny baby. The other one is now popping out. So I don't know whether to leave them and give them a few more days or what. Some of these are just now starting. Still nothing from the old seeds I planted in here. Not a single one has sprouted. And I put 2 in each one. I picked the fattest looking seeds I could find, but nothing is sprouted in here. That's okay, because this row, these 2 were for 1 row. These 2 were for 1 row. So I still will have enough to have at least 2 plants in each one when I plant these. And these 2 are 1 row. As you can see, the gray Cinderellas, none of them have sprouted, but the DRYADES are sprouting. In fact, they're still starting. I still got seeds down here coming up in empty cells, but the seeds are coming up. They're just slow. Some of these are just really slow. So I am, They're just really slow, the DRYADES. I've got new ones coming up right there. One there, and you can see where it's put. The seeds are literally just pushing the dirt up. Okay, I've chatted over my pumpkins long enough. Waxing eloquent over my pumpkins. Now we got to get going. Gonna grab the string trimmer. I'm not gonna recharge the battery on this until we're done. But ooh, I gotta get outside with that in the pumpkin patch and get at those weeds. It's gonna be really fun to see how it works, how well it works. But yes, we have got to get my nice big heavy. It's heavy because that battery is heavy. The motor is back here and it's heavy. Trust me, I couldn't find a nice lightweight battery powered. I had to buy a monster because it was on sale. And it's heavy. But I'm going to go back out there around the back fence and we're going to do some string trimming, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm going to do a little trimming here, and then we'll see how things go from there. So let's get started. Give me a sec. I gotta go around. Okay, some of the spots that were giving me a little trouble are right here where I got this fencing, all this wire, and I'm trying to cut the grass, and string trimmer just keeps getting caught up in the wire. So yeah, I really need some help getting this whole fence out of here and removed. Be a lot easier keeping the grass and the weeds down if I didn't have this here. And that's the truth. But yeah, got this all trimmed up around here. Now I'm gonna go do the rest of the fence, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I got most of this done. It looks so much cleaner already. Just getting around back here. Didn't get everything. Yeah, you still see a piece of grass here and there. I've got my little hand shears. I can come out here and clean it up a bit. But yeah, uncovered my lava rocks. Someday I need to literally get these dug out because it's so hard to mow around them. And they're big and they're heavy. So I definitely need help digging them out. Filling in the depressions with dirt, no problem there. I mean, got plenty of pocket gopher dirt out here. Got hills everywhere, which is why I can't take my lawnmower down here, because the pocket gophers did a number. I mean, you have no idea how high. That's probably about an 8-inch high pile of dirt. 8 inches higher than this area of ground. Yeah, I can't take my lawnmower over to this. They just, last winter they did a bad job. But I got all along and down here, all done with the string trimmer as best I could. I'm going to try to keep this area, grass and weeds cut down. It's going to have to be with the string trimmer because of all the dirt mounds. I mean, they put along my fence line is where they stored all this pipe last winter, and right in front of it, pocket gophers just dug up mound after mound after mound until I literally got an 8-inch berm, dirt berm here. And it'd take a tractor or something to get this all smoothed out. But I got this all done. And pretty much even most of the way down this way. And this, I can probably smooth out some of this dirt to get my mower back here. That's a fairly fresh one there. I can kind of smooth some of this. My neighbor keeps his side, he takes his little tractor and kind of disc up the weeds a little bit. But I think I could get my garden rake, and come out and rake this. And then right here, a little short stretch here, about 10 feet, and that's where the mower died. I mean, the string trimmer died, battery died. It's charging, but I think I could probably just right in through there. If I put my mower on its highest setting, I can get through. Yeah, I should be able to get through there. But anyways, grass out here is still pretty wet from yesterday's watering. It hasn't dried out yet. I'm gonna check the grass up front, see if it's dry out enough to mow. I hope so, because we gotta start mowing now. It's gonna be a hot day, and I need to get going before it gets too much hotter. So let's go check the grass. Oh, let's see. Had that little mound of dirt. Yeah, and it's still just a little mound of dirt. I'm gonna smooth it off. Gophers did not turn it into a big mound of dirt like I thought they were going to. It's still just a little one. But let's see if the dew has dried off the grass up here enough to get it trimmed. And got a feel. Still wet, but not too bad. And I mowed this Monday, so it's still pretty short, but if I get it going, get this mowed, you can see I've got some light areas that are pretty dry and they need a good heavy watering. Then I can get my sprinklers going out here on these dry areas and get them going. So I think I'll start mowing here today. I may not make you sit through all the mowing. Oh boy, I'm looking down there at my pretty, okay. I do like when I can get far enough away that you can see the contrasting colors. The dark magenta of this iris here, pretty pinks of the dame's rocket. And then you can see that that iris really is a purple iris. It is not a red iris like that one. Oops, sorry. And it is indeed a purple iris. I know, when I'm up close it looks red because that's all it wants to pick up the camera. And here's the flax is blooming in the morning. It always blooms in the morning. Get these beautiful blue flowers. Look at that. Beautiful blue flowers. It blooms in the morning and by afternoon all the flowers have closed up. And then it goes to seed. I've got way too much flax in here though. My poor irises are forced to try to find sun wherever they can, because there's just too much grass and too much. Anyways, I gotta get this bed well watered and then pull up all the grass and maybe thin out some of the flax. I like the flax, I love the pretty blue blossoms, but I think I got a little too much in here. My daylilies seem to have survived. Hopefully we will get some blossoms from the daylilies. Yeah, these are my daylilies here. They're getting choked out over here by the grass and flax. And my sweet williams have survived. And look at that. Yep, I gotta get this patch dug up, really. They're about to bloom, yet they're in the lawn, so they get mowed. Anyways, stop chattering and get to mowing. And I'll be back in a little bit. This is going to be an incredibly long video again, because I just chatter way too much. Well, I'm taking a little bit of a break and rest. I've got almost the entire inside the driveway area, my yard inside the driveway. As you've probably figured out, my driveway makes a U-shaped loop from one side to the other, and so I have a large yard on the inside of my driveway and then equally large amount on the outside of the driveway, and then there's the little half-acre back pasture. So I've got that done. Let me show you. I got the front yard, I've got the side yard here, all the front yard I've got done. Side yard here is done. Out around my little orchard is all done. I still have this area right here to do, and then I will have done everything inside my driveway. As you can see, I got one end of my driveway there. It circles around my house and it goes up the other side and it goes out the other side. So I've got a very long driveway, and then I've got to do this side of the lilacs and then the other side of lilacs along the field. I've got this large backyard area here. I've got around the pumpkin patch and then up my property line there on the other side to do. And then we got to do the whole back pasture. But it's about 10:30 right now, so I am taking a little break. The temperatures are climbing. Ooh, go. They're in the 70s. That loud noise is because when they hooked up the well and they put in the irrigation system where there used to be a canal that ran down this way, down the side of my property, there used to be a canal that ran all the way out into the middle of those fields, and they would do flood irrigation. They used flood irrigation to irrigate the fields. But when they dug the well and they laid pipe here, they also laid pipe on it across the road. And so, you see, they've got pipe across the road. And so what they did was they dug a ditch in the road, laid pipe in the road, and then they covered it back over and paved it back over and everything. It's supposed to be nice and smooth. Well, over the last couple of decades, last 20 years at least, it's sinking. Let's just say that. So now we have a bump. It's a dip in the road, and it goes all across the road. And well, boy, when those trucks pulling trailers and that, they hit that doing 60 miles an hour. Speed limit in front of my house is only 50. They hit it doing 60, don't worry. You can tell. When they hit it doing 60 miles an hour, yeah, that causes a lot of vibration. And there's someone else going a little slower. But anyways, that causes things to jump and bump and buck, they just bounce. And I found so many things that have bounced out into my yard. I found a trailer hitch that goes to a truck hitch in my yard. Nobody ever claimed it. Left it out there for a week. Nobody claimed it, so I picked it up off my lawn, and yeah, it's in my truck now, which is supposed to be getting sold, which has not sold yet in the last 7-8 months I've had it advertised. Apparently, people want 4-wheel drive vehicles, and it's only 2-wheel drive. But anyways, I'm just taking a break, hydrating, go to the bathroom, then I got to get back to mowing. Got a lot of mowing to do. Well, everyone, it's been mowing. I'm using the mic again, so please let me know how the sound quality is. It's a bit breezy out here. Bubble in my throat there. But I did get all this done. And then I mowed alongside first I mowed up and down here. And then I mowed alongside there. And then I mowed around, I mowed this part first. I'm trying to remember what in the heck I did. I'm tired. But I mowed out here. And then I mowed both sides of the lilacs, up and down and on the field side too. Now earlier when I mowed the side yard, on my last video, I had also mowed down this side of my driveway. And this was not here. But by the time I finished getting all the mowing around the pumpkin patch done, I came out, it was about 2 hours after I'd mowed here, and look what I found. In only 2 hours, they made this large pile of dirt, this medium-sized pile of dirt, and this large pile of dirt. 2 hours. It only took those rodents 2 hours from the time I had mowed this area till the time I finished around the pumpkin patch to dig up big piles of dirt. Oh boy. Sure wish I still had that gopher hawk trap. least the trap part of it. I haven't gone to their website to see if you can buy replacements. Anyways, since my last video, I've also been watering. I've watered this area very well. I've been watered out around the raised beds and this area of the garden very well. I've been watering out here with the small sprinkler. I'm going to water this again. It gets watered every morning, but it needs watered again because my baby grass dries out so fast. I watered all these pots yesterday, and this tomato is already looking dry. This little tree, well, no, this bush, which I need to find a place to plant. Yeah, it's already feeling dry, and it got very well watered too. So yes, I've got to get things watered again. It literally got up to about 87 degrees in the shade in my yard, and when the sun was actually hitting my transmitter, I was out by the barn, it showed that it was 95 degrees when it hit that little white thing hanging down there. When it hit that, it was 95 degrees in the direct sun, 87 in the shade. And that is why I haven't gotten the back half-acre mowed yet. It was just getting too hot being out in the direct sun. That, when the direct sun is high 90s, you just don't. You go inside, or as I did, I went into town. I bought cat food because I was running low. And if you know anything about cats, they don't like having empty bowls. Now look at all this. Remember, just a month ago, I had basically barren dirt here. Ooh, those are looking a little dry. I need to get some water on this too. Get the weeds up, but I still have starts coming up, but those little starts are looking dry. So I've been pulling weeds. Weeds are hiding in my roses. Sneaky weeds. But yes, just look how full it's getting. And I've got buds on the surviving older canes because they will flower on older canes. These new canes probably won't put out any flowers at all this year, but the older canes do. They've got buds on them. Look at that. I'm going to have some nice, beautiful white flowers. Not very many, but I am going to have some. And that does make me happy. I do love my roses. That being said, it's actually starting to cool off now. I think when I checked my thermostat before I came out here, it said it had dropped down to, now that thing's in the shade, it's 84 in the shade. But my house got a little warm because I forgot that when days are like this and getting this hot, if I'm home, I need to close all my windows by noon. I can leave them open at night, but they got to be closed for the day. Well, my last flower bud is starting to open in this entire bed. Hopefully next year, hopefully this year they'll survive the winter a little better and they won't be getting just dug up by voles and pocket gophers. And that they will winter better and all my surviving tubers will put forth some flowers next year. I can hope. I think they just got a little too stressed out over the winter and spent all their energy just staying alive. And the first dark purple has closed. I got 3 more buds there. I got some more dark purple. Oh, those are the frilly ones. I can tell. Look at the tips. The tips are all, you can tell, these are the frilly ones. These are going to be the frilly ones I got from my mom. And when I say frilly, this is not frilly. Those will be frilly. These are a little frilly. But look at that. They are so pretty. And they smell so gorgeous. Oh, they do smell. Dame's Rocket is very fragrant as well. Oh, it has such a beautiful light scent. So, yeah, I got to get this flower bed well watered too. These hot dry. But I've been trying to deep water my lawn because I had so many areas of my lawn that looked like it was turning dry and brittle when I was mowing this morning. So, got my I got both sprinklers going. Now, one of these has actually been attached to a blue hose for the last 2 years, and I have tried everything to get it detached. And even I've had grown men with, you know, those monkey wrench type pliers trying to unscrew them because of the calcium deposits. Literally had the fuses, well, the connections fused together. But I am so glad I bought that extra strong cleaning vinegar. I soaked it down. I tapped it really good with my with a hammer all around, just tap 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 lightly, not heavy taps. I tried using the pliers that I have to undo them, and was not successful. And then all of a sudden, while I was still tapping and twisting, they started to twist apart. I actually just used my hands and got the black hose that was on here with the sprinkler off. That was awesome. So now I can use this hose again, but I am going to get more quick connects and put quick connects on them. So this will not get fused to anything else ever again, because it's a good hose. I just haven't been able to use it that much. But anyways, I got another useful hose again. Gotta finish this. Alright, we've been wandering around, rambling in the warm sunshine because it's still like really warm with the sun directly on you. I'll probably come back later, get a little bit of a, I'm gonna have to prune that dead branch off of that cherry tree. But yes, my little trees are doing very well. I really deep watered them last week, and I need to do it again this week. They've been getting a lot of water, which is why the grass here had grown so well. I've got to still get them more, but I'll probably just stick one of these sprinklers in the middle and deep water them. And that's what I've been doing today. And I got home and put away the groceries, bought a few groceries besides cat food. My mom gave me a little money so I could do that. I'm going to give her, I'm going to give her a sample of the dry food I've been feeding my cats. Is this whole branch dead, or does it have live branches on it? I gotta find out where it's dead. No, the whole branch is not dead. It's got dead parts, but oh god, I need to prune probably just take that whole branch off. And I gotta spray this whole bush. And yeah, otherwise the bugs are going to attack and destroy all my service berries, and I'll be lucky to get a handful between the bugs and the birds. Anyways, I hope you can hear me well enough. It's still breezy and windy, so I did put the mic on. I've got it on under my shirt. I think I'll get up early tomorrow morning and do some more mowing before church. It really only takes me about 2 hours to do this little back area. So I did get the string trimmer and trim back here, so got that done. I just got to do the mowing. It only takes about 2 hours to do the whole thing. So I figure if I get out here at 7 o'clock in the morning, I can have it done by 9 and take me then a nice long soaking bath, because I'm going to need it. And then go to church. Church is at noon. And for anybody thinking I have to go to church, no, I don't have to go to church. I go to church because I want to go to church. Because I like being there. I like singing the hymns. I like listening to the talks and doing our gospel study. It just gives me a time where I can spiritually relax and find myself getting fed again. Suppose next on my watering list is turn off the sprinkler, or turn on the sprinkler, or just bring the sprinkler and put it on my baby grass, which is coming up. So very nice. Some of it got trimmed because it was so tall, and I took this over it so I don't have the power wheels on the push mower or somebody's riding mower tearing up the baby grass. I got this out. It did a very good job, and on some of this was long enough that it got a little bit of a light trim. See? Here's some of my baby grass. If you notice, it's got square tops. Some of these got square cut tops. They was getting tall enough that it got a little trim. Someday I'm going to have a lawn here again. If you go back to last summer and summer before, you remember this was all dirt. In fact, if you go just a few weeks back on my videos, you'll find after the snow, this was definitely all dirt. There was no grass here. And now look, we got grass. I'm going to get my lawn back. It just takes time. You got to be patient. And will somebody please remind me the next time I'm at my mom's that I need to get 6 more strawberry plants for these pots? Ooh, I got strawberries. Definitely got to water. And they need some nitrogen. So definitely got to mix up some plant food for them. Well, we did a lot in this video. I'll say goodbye and then catch you a bit of a sunset. And, oh boy. It's just peaceful, quiet, and despite the traffic. And I am just relaxing because I worked hard today. This is a lot of mowing to get done. My neighbor who helps me out with mowing isn't always available to help out with mowing. His teenage boys are all grown up. They're in college. I think one's serving mission. And the youngest and the ones that are home now, they have full-time jobs. You know, being able to come out here Means coming out on the if they have a day off somewhere. They all got full-time jobs. So kids grow up, they get their own lives. And so you can't always get out here when you want to. He does try. He's been out here at least once already this year. Called to let me know he'd be coming over and to roll up my hoses. But I can't really rely on that anymore. Things change. So now I've got to get things done myself. And I tried to get a lot done myself from this morning's early morning. But it's just nice out here. I'm enjoying it. I'm just enjoying sitting here. I'm sitting here in my chair. See? Sitting here in my chair. Oh boy, even with a hat on today, I was getting way overheated mowing. And I decided by 2:30 in the afternoon, it was like 90 degrees in direct sunlight and 87 in the shade. It was like, no, I'm not going to spend more time in the direct sunlight. So I had to come in, rehydrate, and get myself, well, go run my errands. Then came home, fed the cats, fed me, and just been relaxing in the house actually until now. And I thought, well, it's cooled off enough. I think I can go outside and relax outside. And I thought, oh, I better talk to everybody. Checked out my last clip and realized, oops, I didn't get back to you after I was done mowing. I was so exhausted and tired. So anyways, I hope y'all are having a great week and had a great weekend. And I hope this next week is going to be a wonderful week. June 1st, tomorrow, start of June. Today's the last of May. Last day of May. And it's very, very warm. We generally don't get these kind of temperatures until the end of June. So summer has come a month early this year. And I think it's going to be a hot one. So, say a prayer that I can find a way to get my air conditioning in my car fixed. Oh boy. Anyways, God bless, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Now let's watch a sunset. Look at the size of that snowball flower. It completely fills my entire hand. So big. It's the biggest one on the bush, I believe. We got some other large ones, but none of them are quite that large. Not quite. They're beautiful though. I have to come in here and change water again. So it's a good time to catch the sunset. It's going down. And look where it's going down. It's still headed north. It's now on the other side of the big butte. Probably should just turn off the water for the night. Otherwise I might actually forget and leave it on all night. I've done that before. Not really good for my pressure switch on my pressure tank to leave the water running all night, all the time. Yeah, it's not a good thing. So there we go. Sun's going down behind the big butte. Turned off all the water. I'll have to come back out to the well, turn it all on again. Oh, we got a little visitor. Look at that. Birds enjoy the fact that I've heavily watered the ground. Look at that. Let's see if he goes back and gets it. I like the way they cock their heads and listen. He yanks those worms up so fast. But anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful sunset. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you all on the next video. I hope you enjoy this. You'll be watching this Sunday morning.